Spit out the dust of this town, tired of the weight on my chest. Whiskey-soaked nights turn to lead, I'm digging a hole for the rest. Sun is a blister in the sky, watching is a blister in the sky, watching me crawl through the mud. Nothing is left in the well, only the salt and the blood. Burning the map, burn it all down, I'm finding my way high, tearing the skin from the bone. Way, I'm finally alone. High, rubber is screaming on the road. Black smoke is filling my lungs, heart is a furnace on fire, licking the air with its tongues. God is a dog in the weeds, barking at ghosts in the yard. I'm cutting the leash from my neck, taking the path that is hard. Burning the map, burn it all down, I'm finding my way from the bone. Way, I'm finally alone. High, no more signs, no more lines, just the dirt under my nails, digging deep, sinking down. Burning the map, burn it all down, finding my way high, tearing the skin from the bone. Way, I'm finally alone. High, the ash is falling, the map is gone. Shut behind me, tires spitting gravel at the porch. I don't know this valley a damn thing, not my sweat or my heavy heart. I feel that high octane fuel. Let the engine roar across the creek. Running these roads that go nowhere, there's a comfort in the rolling thunder of a V8 cutting through the dark. Yeah, I'm headed for the middle of nothing. Old man said the land is a tether that keeps a man from seeing the sky. I'd rather burn a trail through the brush than rot in a town that's already dead. The dashboard light is my only guide, no map for where the pavement ends. I ain't looking for a new home, I'm just looking for the edge of the world. Leave the law to the city boys, I'll take my chances with the dust. Running these roads that go nowhere, past the cypress and the broken fences. There's a comfort in the rolling thunder of a V8 cutting through the dark. Yeah, I'm headed for the middle of nothing. just the stomp of the boots. Kill the fire in the small glass, trade the image for the hard road. Tired of living in a cold frame, there's broken lines on a map now. Heading where the sky stays open, leaving all the ghosts in the box. Finding where the real world starts. I see the edge of everything, ready to begin. Signal in the stars. Whoa. Wash away the gray. Trade it for the dust. Watch me run away. I am finally real. No more hiding in the deep blue. Gravel singing under my feet. Every mile is a new truth. Throw the heavy weight to the side. Let the salt air fill my lungs. I don't need a hand to hold me, I just need a place to go. The engine starts to scream. I see the edge of everything, ready to begin. Signal in the stars. Whoa. Wash away the gray. Trade it for the dust. Watch me run away. I am finally real. I won't stay in the dark. I won't live in the box. Break the glass, break the glass. Find the sky. Signal in the stars. Whoa. Wash away the gray. Trade it for the dust. Watch me run away. I am finally real. Trade it for the dust. Watch me run away. Finally Laminated card in my hand, borrowed name, 16 glass. Gravel dust on the track. Gravel dust on the track. Gas station, half full tank. Waiting for the world to crack. Black ink, stolen stamp, all in stamp. Laminated card in my hand. I was a ghost in the rain, ghost in the rain, driving till the road runs away. Plastic name, heavy face, never going home the same. She had salt in her hair, lying where the fields are bare. Everything we had was prayer. Old Ford, rusted square, winter breathing down the stair. Winter breathing down the stair. Tangled in the mountain air. She had salt in her hair. I was a ghost in the rain, ghost in the rain, driving till the road runs away. Plastic name, heavy face, never going home the same. Plastic name, not the same, not the same. Shadows grew long, whispered doubts in my ear. Lost my way down paths fueled by fear. The city swallowed promises, left me bare and cold. A broken spirit, a story untold. A broken spirit, a story untold. But down at the river bend, where the old willow sighs, found a little piece of heaven, reflects away the worry. Let the current take its toll. River bend redemption, coming back to make me whole. The mud between my toes feels like holy ground. In the rush of the water, the truth is finally found. Left my heavy burdens on the stones by the shore. I ain't looking for that dark road anymore. I ain't looking for that dark road anymore. But down at the river bend, where the old willow sighs, found a little piece of heaven, reflects away the worry. Let the current take its toll. River bend redemption, coming back to make me whole. Let the river run deep, let the river run wide. Carry all the secrets that's to hide. I'm stepping in the light, I'm breathing in the air. I found my salvation in a simple, simple silent prayer. Bend, where the old willow sighs, found a little piece of heaven, reflects away the worry. River bend redemption, coming back to wash clean. Down at the river bend, coming home. I'm sitting where the bank is waiting, red silt staining my fingernails. The Ocmo G don't ask for permission, it just takes the dirt it wants. It takes what it wants. Down in Bibb County, the heat stays thick like a wet wool blanket on my neck. I watch a plastic bottle bobbing past, headed for the coast I'll never see. Water moves like a heavy secret, drowning out the sound of the mill. The land is scarred and my back is bent. The land is scarred and my back is bent, but the river keeps on rolling still. Yeah, it's rolling still. My old man worked the kaolin mines, white dust in his lungs like flour. He said the earth don't give nothing back unless you bleed for an hour. Unless you bleed. Now I'm standing in his worn out boots, watching the water carve a new path. History is just a pile of driftwood caught in the branches of a fallen oak. Water moves like a heavy secret, drowning out the sound of the mill. The land is scarred and my back is bent. The land is scarred and my back is bent, but the river keeps on rolling still. The baptisms and the chemical runoff, it all goes down the same pipe. I heard the preacher say God is love, but the current don't have a heart, it's just gravity and no momentum. Like a heavy secret, drowning out the sound of the mill. The land is scarred and my back is bent. The land is scarred and my back is bent, but the river keeps on rolling still. Just keep on rolling. The red clay stays, the man decays. I'm kicking dust in a dry field, watching the heavy sun drop. Hard work don't always pay the bills, but I'm staying right here, still standing. The fence line stretches for miles like a scar across the land. I feel the heat of the day sinking into my hands. I look out past the wire into the dark of the wood. We're all just trying to make sense of what's left of the good. We're all running on the same blood, walking the same hard dirt, crossing the bridge through the water, healing the same old hurt. One sky, one heart beating for the long haul. She's walking down a rainy street, searching for a place to rest. Barely enough in her pockets to put her heart to the test. Keep moving. The rain feels the same on her face as the sweat does on mine. We're just different branches, growing on the same vine. The walls are high and the mountains steep. The road is long and wide, but there's a promise we're gonna keep with nothing left to hide. We're all running on the same blood, walking the same hard dirt, crossing the bridge through the water, healing the same old hurt. One sky, one heart beating for the long haul. It doesn't matter where you're born or the name you leave behind. When the heavy weather hits the roof, keys, left door, hit the street. Leather jacket smells like old smoke. Stepped over the broken bottle. The sidewalk is for people staying. I got the ignition clicking. 6 cylinders waking them up loud. Turn the radio to nothing. Keep the window rolled down. Yeah, they're waking up. I'm going places they can't see. I'm going places they places they can't see. Fast lane on the interstate. Billboard says repent now. I'd rather find a better view. Half a tank and a heavy foot, passing every slow sedan. The horizon is a silver line. No one knows I left the party. Didn't say a word to the host, just some oil on the asphalt. Silver line. I'm going places they can't see. I'm going places they can't see. I'm going places they can't see. Fast lane on the interstate. Diesel hit $5 at the corner store. Checkbooks looking like a ghost town lately, but the rain's washing off the summer dust. Sitting on the wood planks with a mason jar. The world's getting loud and the money's short, but the creek's rising up just like it should. I ain't worried about the news on the screen, just the way the water hits a tin roof. Yeah, there's a simple joy in the heavy rain, watching the world shake underneath the clouds. Tough times only make the whole town's roots grow deep, grinning while the lightning strikes the sky. Striking the sky, striking the sky. Miller's back fence gave out in the wind, saw 6 sets of headlights in his pasture, lifting heavy timber with our bare hands, passing round a bottle of the good brown stuff. No one's asking for a dime in return, just a firm handshake and a wet flannel shirt. We've been through the fire and the dry spells, a little mud never hurt a damn thing. Oh, there's a simple joy in the heavy rain, watching the world shake underneath the clouds. Tough times only make the whole town's roots grow deep, grinning while the lightning strikes the sky. Striking the sky, striking the sky. Let the interest rates climb to the moon, let the pantry shelves you in this patch of dirt. The storm's just music to my own ears. Music to my ears. Joy in the heavy rain, watching the world shake underneath the clouds. Tough times only make the whole town's roots grow deep, grinning while the lightning strikes the sky. Striking the sky, striking the sky. Front porch therapy on a Friday night, keeping our heads up above the rising tide. Yeah, it's just rain. Final heavy guitar chord rings out and fades.
Hit the re, 4, re. Heavy kick drum stomp with a gritty slide guitar riff.
I cut the brush from the dry creek bed, My boy is throwing rocks at the pines. The winter nearly took my spirit, left a heavy weight on my mind.
Weight on my mind.
I hauled the wood and I kept the fire hot. Now the ice is nothing but a memory. Now I'm standing in the sun, letting the heat soak into my skin. The storm has run its skin, the storm has run its course, and I'm starting over again. Yeah, I'm standing in the sun. I patched the tin on the barn roof. My knuckles are raw and red. I don't need no man's permission to earn the path that I tread.
Path that I tread.
I'm building a life out of iron and clay, where the sky stays wide and open. Now I'm standing in the sun, letting the heat soak into my skin. The storm has run its skin, the storm has run its course, and I'm starting over again. Yeah, I'm standing in the sun.
The city can keep its tall walls, I'll take the dirt and the heat. I've walked through the fire and the flood, I've walked through the fire and the flood, and I'm still on my own 2 feet, still on my feet.
Now I'm standing in the sun, letting the heat soak into my skin. The storm has run its course, and I'm starting over again. Yeah, I'm standing in the sun, just me and the boy, in the heat of the day, standing in the sun. A slide guitar enters with a slow rising melody. Mr. Henderson paints his porch blue. The coarse wood grain shows through the coat. He does not mind the rough edges or the way the afternoon fades. Below the hill the station stands, waiting for a train that is late. He checks his brass pocket watch twice. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real world, under the wide open sky, finding the beauty in the dust, and the truth in a working hand. The young men are moving away, the young men are moving away. The young, a life made of cold blade, seeking a life made of cold glass. But the garden needs tending now, before the autumn frost arrives. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real world, under the wide open sky, finding the beauty in the dust, and the truth in a working hand. The harpsichord drops out, replaced by a warm brass section. The silence is a heavy cold, worn by those who choose to remain, watching the horizon line bend, where the clouds meet the gravel path. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real working hand. Yeah. Under the wide open sky, true love. Just like guitar fades out slowly over a final orchestral swell. Mr. Henderson paints his porch blue. The coarse wood grain shows through the coat. He does not mind the rough edges or the way the afternoon fades. Below the hill, the station stands, waiting for a train that is late. He checks his brass pocket watch twice, polishing the glass with his thumb. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real world, finding the beauty in the dust and the truth in a working hand. Young men are moving away, seeking a life made of cold glass. But the garden needs tending now, before the autumn frost arrives. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real world, finding the beauty in the dust and the truth in a working hand. The silence is a heavy coat, worn by those who choose to remain, watching the horizon line bend, where the clouds meet the gravel path. Give me the steel and the starlight, the heavy weight of the real world, finding the beauty in the dust and the truth in a working hand. I spent a year behind that wire screen, washing the same plates every single day. The dust was settling on my heavy heart, while I watched the seasons turn to gray. It's the great reophoning of my soul, trading that screen for the wide skyline. No more hiding in the kitchen shade, I'm gonna drive until the stars align, drive until they align. I didn't tell you where I'm headed to, I just took the keys right off the nail. The road is wide and it don't judge a soul, better than a book or a fairy tale. It's the great reophoning of my soul, trading that screen for the wide skyline. No more hiding in the kitchen shade, I'm gonna drive until the stars align, drive until they align. I'm dusting off the parts I used to love, heading where the grass is growing tall. just me and the wind against the glass. I ain't coming back for nothing at all. Nothing at all. Cold stone on the bank, old man checks the wire, silver scale in the light. No words needed now, just a ripple on the hull, just the way the water moves. Deep in the blue, deep in the blue, leave it all behind. Rusted iron in his hand, he knows the secret path. Watch the secret path, watch the surface break, watch the world fall away. He points to the reeds, I follow where he looks. Deep in the blue, deep in the blue, leave it all behind. The air is full of smoke, but the river never lies. It washes out the stains. Hold the line, keep your eyes on the flow. The blue, deep in the blue, leave it all behind, leave it all behind. Weight of the sky, let it go, let it go, let it go. Just the water, just the silence. The sun is baking the dark pavement. I feel the heat rising through the floor. This old truck knows the way by heart. Past the red dirt hills and the tall pines, my grandfather's name is on the title and his spirit is in the engine. He's right here with me. It is the long stretch under the white sky, a ribbon of freedom that never ends, holding the weight of everyone before me. This is my home, this is my soul. Every mile is a promise I keep. I'm finally heading home. Your hand is resting on my shoulder. We do not need to say a single word. The wind is pulling at my hair, leaving leaving the heavy world far behind us. I can feel your heartbeat against the seat, steady as the tires on the line. It is the long stretch under the white sky, a ribbon of freedom that never ends, holding the weight of everyone before me. This is my home, this is my soul. Every mile is a promise I keep, every single mile. Some people look for a place to stop, they want a roof and a locked door, but I was born for the moving on. It is written in the dust we leave, it's in my blood. It is the long stretch under the white sky, a ribbon of freedom that never ends, holding the weight of everyone before me. This is my soul. Every mile is a promise I keep. Going home, yeah. The horizon is calling my name. Just the road and the truth. Nothing else matters now. The long stretch. Acoustic guitar intro slow, folk-like finger-picking. The signpost leans against the western sky, peeling paint like scales of some old snake. Peeling paint like scales of some old snake. It says, welcome in a jagged Lord forgot to keep. Forgot to keep. I watched the sun sink low behind the ridge. A heavy coin dropped in a broken jar. The dust don't move unless the thunder rolls, and the wind just howls about how far we are. So far away. Oh mama, the gate is locked, locked from the inside. Welcome home to the standing still, where the river died upon the hill. Yeah, we're breathing in the rust, breathing in the dust, breathing in the dust. I met a lady by the dry stone well. She's been waiting for the autumn rain. Her eyes are canyons where the water ran before the world forgot her name. Forgot her name. The seasons change, but the wood stays gray. We are the brothers of the slow decay. Shake the chains, baby, but the mountain won't move today. Says welcome, welcome home, but the road ends here, ends right here. Just a weathered lie in the dirt. Howl at the sun, baby, howl. The glass is cold, the spirit is warm. We are the center of the coming storm. I see the truth in the way the truth, in the way you move, in the way you move. The walls are shaking, the ceiling is high. We are the only stars in the sky. We are the perfect mix. One more shot before the world gets fixed. Keep it down, down. We are the fire, we are the flood, moving like iron inside the blood. Whoa. The wood is dark, the air is sweet. I find my heaven at your feet. The clock is slow, the world is still. The clock is slow, the world is still. We are the perfect mix. One more shot before the world gets fixed. Keep it down, down. We are the fire, we are the flood, moving like iron inside the blood. Whoa. The light is the enemy. The light is the enemy. The day is a thief. Stay in the dark, stay in the heat. Yeah, yeah. We are the perfect mix. One more shot before the world gets fixed. Keep it down, down. We are the fire, we are the flood, moving like iron inside the blood. Whoa. The morning is coming, but you are here. The glass is empty, but the truth is clear. The truth is clear. I spent the morning hauling river stone, back-breaking work for a paper check. Left the red clay under my fingernails, throwed my gypsum in the rusted bed. Throwed my gypsum in the rusted bed. The old man says I'm chasing ghosts. The old man says I'm chasing ghosts, but the hunger in my gut won't settle down. Won't settle down. It's a long pull up a steep hill with a heavy load and a doubting mind. One hand on the wheel, one on the neck, wondering if I'm brave or just plain blind. Thinking maybe I was born for the dirt, but hoping I was made for the pine boards. The tip-top tap smells like damp sawdust. I'm playing for the ghost of working men. They don't look up from their whiskey jars unless the rhythm hits them in the chest. My hands are swollen from the chest. My hands are swollen from the sledge. The E-string bites into the callus. I wonder if this is all I'll ever be. Just a local man. Nashville once said he could put my name on a poster, but he looked at me like I was cattle waiting for the hammer in the pan. I drove back through the Cumberland Gap, talking to the Lord about my pride. Lord, my pride. It's a long pull up a steep hill with a heavy load just plain blind, thinking maybe I was born for the dirt, but hoping I was made for the pine boards. Sun's coming up over the shovel. The voice song in my throat says no. Keep on, just keep on, just keep on. Walked the gravel road, felt the winter hold. Heavy in my bones, far away from home, far from home. The harvest is lean, the air is mean, something unseen, washing me clean. Carry the flame through the cold rain, finding the way back to the clay. Nothing to say, just another day. Saw the neighbor's face, hard lines began to fade. Share the iron plate, sitting at the plate, sitting at the gate. The harvest is lean, the air is mean, something unseen, washing me clean. Carry the flame through the cold rain, finding the way back to the clay. Finding my way, nothing to say, just another day. The wall is coming down, roots in the hard ground. Silence is a sound, lost and finally found, finally found. Carry the flame through the cold rain, finding the way back to the clay, back to the clay. Just another day. Walking the gravel road, casting off the load, finding a hole in the frozen hole, breaking me on back to the clay. Knuckles look like knots in cedar, spots of sun across my skin. Check the glass behind the bar top, wondering where the girl has been. Spent the miles on gravel shoulders, trading sleep for one more song. Body's just a rented trailer, bouncing down a broken track. But the voice inside is 18, but the voice inside is 18, taking every heartbeat back. Yeah, I'm still the one who started with a match and a heavy stack. Cases held with duct tape strips, dented wood and rusted wire. I don't move move as fast as summer, walking through the winter mire. But I hit that low E string and I'm standing in the fire. Body's just a rented trailer, bouncing down a broken track. But the voice inside is 18. But the voice inside is 18, taking every heartbeat back. Yeah, I'm still the one who started with a match and a heavy stack. Don't need a name or a vote to find the spirit in the throat. Keep my boots on the hard clay in this lonesome sound we play. Same old match, heavy stack. Chalk dust stains my calloused hands. Look at me and take a stand. Iron gates and rusted wire, trying to douse your internal fire. This map is old and torn apart. You hold the compass in your heart. The clock is screaming on the wall. Wait for the thunder, then you fall. Higher, higher, go higher, higher. Break the cage, break the cage. Turn the page, turn the page. Run so far, reach the star. Set it wild, set it wild. I see the hunger in your eyes, cutting through the local lies. Burn the bridge and leave the ghost. Sail away from this dying coast. Legacy is what you leave, only if you still believe. The clock is screaming on the wall. Wait for the thunder, then you fall. Higher, higher, go higher, higher. Break the cage, break the cage. Turn the page, turn the page. Run so far, reach the star. Set it wild. I am just a voice in the wind, a tattered sail where we begin. Go on and take the crown, and burn this whole world down. Strike the match, watch it catch, go! Keep the flame, keep the flame. Speak my name, speak my name. Go forth and stay brave, stay brave, stay brave. The tar black road is calling my name. Iron wheels on a bed of dry slate. I've got cold silver in my left palm and a heavy soul I cannot wait. The pines are leaning in the red mud, stretching limbs like a dying man's hand. I see the dust rising off the ditch, the devil's breath across the land. My father's father had a restless blood, left his name in a bottle of glass, waiting for a wind that never ends. I feel that same hunger and never drown. The temptation is a low humming wire, singing me straight into the ground. Don't you go down, stay away from the swollen creek, where the copperhead lies in wait. The black water is a heavy chain. The black water is a heavy chain, dragging you toward the iron gate. The preacher spoke of a narrow path while he counted coins in a wooden box. But the wolves are howling in the brush, and the keys are turning in the locks. I ain't looking for a choir of wings, just a place where the fire don't bite. I'm a sinner with a rusted heart, walking out into the thick of night. There's a crying out like a woman in pain. It carries the weight of 1,000 sins and the cold wash of the falling rain. I'm feeling the ground begin to shake. Lord, give me the strength to turn around before the last of my spirit breaks. Don't you go down, stay away from the swollen creek, where the copperhead lies in wait. The black water is a heavy chain. The black water is a heavy chain, dragging you toward the iron gate. Dragging you down. The road is long, dragging you down. The water is deep. The road is long. The road is long. The water is deep, dragging you down. 98 Chevy with the peeling paint, you're leaning hard against the glass. Old hound snoring on the floorboard, watching the white markers pass. Watching the white markers pass, left that county in a cloud of grit. Told the neighbors we were through with it. These good ears are getting thin, just like the temper in your eyes. We've got 5,000 miles left before the rubber starts to fly. Yeah, where rubber starts to fly. Yeah, we're rolling on a prayer tonight. Rolling on a prayer. Found a crumpled receipt for unleaded from a station 4 states back. You reached out and squeezed my hand, staring at the asphalt road. Radiators whistling a lonesome tune, window stuck and it's getting hot. We've got a cooler full of cheap cans, trying to find a better place. These good ears are getting thin, just like the temper in your eyes. But we've got 5,000 miles left before the rubber starts to fly. Yeah, where rubber starts to fly. Yeah, we're rolling on a prayer tonight. Rolling on a prayer. The alignment's off and the frame is bent. Every dime we had is gone. But you're still here and I'm still driving, trying to find where we belong. Where we belong. Where we belong. These good ears are getting thin, just like the temper in your eyes. But we've got 5,000 miles left before the rubber starts to fly. Yeah, we're rubber starts to fly. Yeah, we're rolling on a prayer tonight. Rolling on a prayer, just keep on rolling. 5,000 miles, just you and me, watching the road.